Rodgers. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball. 4 touchdown throws. It's the Jets and the 49ers under the lights on Thursday night.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in San. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Xavier Gibson now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
After seeing what he did last week, throwing 4 touchdown passes, I had to go to my thesaurus to try and come up with some great words for what he did. I'm still coming up blank. He was scintillating.
I'm going simple. I don't have your thesaurus. I'm going dynamite. He was dynamite.
I'll take it.
And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. You look at this Niner defense. They enter play here, number 11, just outside the top 10 in the league in stopping the run.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
Down the sideline he goes. Inside the 20. Breece Hall. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here are the Niners now to get their first drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Well, this defense for the Jets, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And even though this is a top 5 rushing offense, and we see this especially early in the game, they're going to do their best to keep you honest. They don't want you getting the habit of stacking the box, so that's a good throw there, and they're able to come up with the first down.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd down and 4. Purdy now to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Now 2nd and 3. Now Purdy. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Niners are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against him with one of their own.
That's a great response here in this first quarter. And what I like about it is how they put this drive together. The other guy scored quickly to start the game, but this was smart football to not feel like you have to go out and score quickly yourself. So they worked the ball down the field, took their time, and finished with the touchdown run.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Jets take it over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock, but barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. You look at this Niner defense. They interplay here, number 11, just outside the top 10 of the league at stopping the run.
And being able to set the tone early in this game, because when you get down to it, it's that sign that we saw in the football facility when we visited with them. The one that said no explosives, no big plays, no chunk plays. That's what they've got to take care of.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Purdy now on 2nd down. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st down, it's Purdy. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Under a minute to go. Clock running and a back-and-forth first quarter of play. The tight end in motion right. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Purdy to throw it on first down. Connects with Kittle underneath. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Purdy looking to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle. And Kittle going to have a 49ers first down as he takes it down to the 20-yard line. A brief pause in the action here as they tend to an injury. That's George Kittle shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. On first down, this is McCaffrey. Stopped in his tracks by Ahmad Gardner.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 57 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
On second down, here's Mitchell. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down.
And across the track into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. His 5th rushing touchdown on the year, 6th overall. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. And now out come the Jets. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Now, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Hall again. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage. And we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. To throw, it's Rodgers. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the 49ers are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. He knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think.
There he goes, right side. Now inside the 25. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Moody good with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And a long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Couldn't do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the 1st half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Working from the gun, Rodgers. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Hall on a give up the middle. Got a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get it, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
This pass out wide to Hall. And he is going to have a Jets first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
That's a big conversion there on third down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season. As much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
Roll, rig it, check, alert.
There's Purdy on 1st and 10. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he's taken down inside the 30. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one lines up to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. 2nd down, here's Purdy to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. 28 yards. And the 49ers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And the Jets going to go on offense one last time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Eluding the pressure right. Wilson's got it complete. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down. To throw is Rodgers. And the Niners get there and bring him down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Third and 12. Throwing now is Rodgers. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now inside the 25. And all the way in. seconds of the first half. And the Jets are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Terrific. Touchdown. I know we've got a game now.
Yeah, I think anytime you go into the second half down just 1 or 2 scores, you feel not where you want to be, but in a pretty good spot.
And I think for most teams, when they go into the half in this situation, it's not a lot of adjusting going on. It's much more, all right, guys, let's just play a little bit better than we did in the first half.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have come to halftime and what's already a 2-touchdown game. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive of the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
And he's going to have the Niners first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
That was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 138 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Purdy. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Purdy from the gun. That's complete out left to Ayuk. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Well, the 49ers are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They're really locked in on offense.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal.
All all of a sudden those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Again, McCaffrey. Trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Stonewalled on second down. Now let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal from the 2. They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And his kick is right there. It's good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. That's Drake Jackson burying him and finishing the play. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Fred Warner. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2. Back to throw, Purdy. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Purdy now to throw. Touchdown! Brandon Ayuk, a 16-yard touchdown. And the 49ers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the 2 teams by far, and that's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
Moody good with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Randy Gregory. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defense.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Fred Warner. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated. Game is gone, and now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Purdy off the play fake. Touchdown 49ers! Brandon Ayuk with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the 49ers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Moody good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The New York set to take the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, that is now his 5th interception. In this game, and Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group. Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all, and you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. Back now here in Santa Clara. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
A 53-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. And New York set to take the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Jets on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. He finds Wilson. Fights through and now a crease. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Rodgers, got to have this one. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And this defense will take over right at midfield. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Try! He will have the first down and a bit more. Touchdown! Brandon Ayuk, 50 yards. And the Niners continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Moody good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So out now come the Jets. And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves. Let's get back out there and move the ball again.
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway. But a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that
and the Niners get there and bring him down. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now it's Rodgers. That is caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Holding offense.
Rashawn Slater, first-round pick in 2021, guilty there. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 34. 172 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. 3rd down and 1. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They'll try and pick it up from McCaffrey. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Now moving for the PAT.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And New York set to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw pulled in by Schwartz.
Big yardage that time for the Jets. 41 yards. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Rodgers to throw. That's going to be caught. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And again, it's Rodgers. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here, but it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche, all right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them, not one they'll want to remember. At least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave this stadium.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
The D can only stop it 1 more time as they take the knee.
Fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago,
And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the 40